Guys, what's going on, man? Semen del Piso back once again with yet another video. Today what we're doing, of course, is the Piso's Perceptions chapter. Let's go. Piso's Perceptions, the Piso. Right? So another one is right back into effect. Like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna get into it right now. Right now, we're currently in 42nd Street, Bryant Park. I only decided to come here and do the Piso's Perceptions only because one of the guys in the live stream, one of our long-time regulars, decided to, asked me to come here. So I'm here. Let's begin, right? Let's talk about employment. This is not a Piso Perception unless we talk about employment, right? Let's talk about employment. So employment has been, it hasn't been solid. It hasn't been good. We, however, are on the, I guess, the middle to the three-quarter end of perhaps securing something within the next couple weeks, right? Since I lost my job on the 8th, on November, I've been on this whole crusade of trying to sort of get work again. So I'm not going to reveal anything too much, but we definitely are in the process of getting something soon. I hope, man, I hope. Because it's nuts, man. I've been, spreading my seeds a lot, of course, metaphorically speaking, in reference to getting work. I've been going to job fairs, I've been networking, filling out a lot of applications, I've been sending out my resumes, I've been getting in touch with anyone that could possibly help me with getting a job, which falls within the second category of networking. I've been doing it all. I've been spreading myself thin. We're gonna hope that employment checks out at least by next month's Piso's Perceptions. We're gonna hope. If not, we're just gonna keep going. I haven't given up. We've been doing some stuff to get some money, but honestly, it would be nice to have fit within the structure of work, a 9 to 5. Maybe since I haven't been working for so long, perhaps it's indicative of something else I need to do within myself to feel fulfilled whilst being employed. I've been trying to explore that route. So perhaps maybe cultivating my YouTube a little bit more, which is what I've been doing because I've been having an abundance of free time. And just trying to tap into my creativity because I've been getting a bunch of that due to semen retention. I've been on the practice for 3 months, well, currently for 3 months. We're gonna get into that when we get into that category, but honestly, employment has been normal, man. I have a job fair coming up, I believe, in a week or so, another one. So we're gonna see what happens. I'm positive. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get right into it, man. I trust it. I think the process is going to be good. I think it's going to be fortuitous and rewarding. We just gotta wait. Anyway, let's talk about semen retention, man. Let's talk about saving that energy, being celibate, honing that force, trying to use that energy, that reservoir that is being built up due to the things that I'm consuming in terms of life, food, air, physical experiences, so on and so forth. Like I said a little earlier, right? I've been on the practice currently for 3 months. No release, no looking at adult film content, no peeking, nothing, man, nothing. What have I been feeling? Because everyone sort of tries to hit this benchmark of 90 days, 3 months. It takes 3 months to sort of restructure yourself, redo yourself, rebrand when you're on this practice. And a lot of things are supposed to be fortuitous, supposed to come your way. What I've learned, honestly, with semen retention is that if anything, the more you are on this practice, you're not necessarily going to have an upswing. Of course, assuming that you do it correctly, you're sober, you're not releasing, you're not edging or anything. You realize that you're falling on a line of a higher level of faith, a higher tunnel of faith. You're falling into what you're supposed to be doing. And that path that doesn't necessarily yield all of these rewarding results, right? You're like maybe 1 week, you're going to be a great Casanova with the ladies. The next week, you're going to get free Louis Vuitton bags. And then the following week, you're going to be able to shake hands with Thomas Meyer, Christopher Bailey, and Tom Ford and them. That's not going to happen unless that was preordained for that higher tunnel of faith for you, granted that you fulfilled the conditions of rising to that level. But what I've learned is that you just, I guess, evade a lot of the negative aspects of life. Well, you evade a lot of the dwelling in the negative aspects of life. You sort of just cruise through it. I've been very, very proactive recently and just in regards to my future, really working on the channel. I've really been going out, really mixing with people. To be honest, due to these 3 months of semen retention, I've been really getting into Russian. I've been trying to learn the language of Russia. I know you guys probably don't believe me, but trust me, I know in the 2 to 3 weeks that I've been practicing this language, I've learned so much. Kak dila, that's easy. How are you? Kak ve, how are you to seniors? Privyet, hi, hello. Я немножко говорю Parusia. That means I speak a little Russian. Ya podнимаю вес. I lift weight. Why the hell would I need to use that, right? Ya хочу есть позавчера. I would like to eat. I've been learning a lot of these phrases. They're very, very scattered. I've been using them in very, very limited amounts and quantities, but I've been putting myself in the environment, right, with people that are from Eastern Europe that generally speak Russian, and, you know, around Russian people, just so I could be able to practice and fortify my knowledge and fluid use of this language. Of course, I'm going to need to learn how to write Russian, but hopefully by next Piso's receptions, we're going to get much more into that. But semen retention has helped out with that. On this practice, I just learned you don't necessarily need to look for some benefit. And if there's mental pressure happening, which will happen because you are saving your energy and doing semen retention the correct way, don't let it hold you down. Don't let it weigh you down. Much more importantly, allow yourself to flow with it. If you're feeling a little down and sluggish one day because of just that influx of a lot of energy, then allow yourself to go through that, man. Just don't try to pressure yourself to constantly be on like a full 100% output every single day, because eventually you're just gonna burn out and you'll probably feel worse than how you felt when you were feeling that mental pressure initially. A lot of the benefits haven't really changed from last year when I was in my 1-year streak. I feel that cutting edge of mental energy. I feel quick. I feel also that need. I'm going to tell you, which has been a little different from last year, somewhat, but I've really been feeling that want to connect to people, that interest in chatting, just to understand more about where people are from, what their life story is like, just who they are as an individual. I think that we should just be interested in what the hell they have to say or what they are interested in expressing. You know, that's my point of view. At least that's what I've learned through semen retention this time around. I sort of knew it intuitively last year and, you know, years before, because I am social, and to be social, you have to sort of understand that reflexively, that people are people, and you have to take an interest in people in order to continue that social behavior. But I don't know, at least this time around, I've been feeling it a little bit more strongly. So anyway, let's get into interpersonal and intimate relationships, right? Of course, it's not a Piso's perception unless we talk about that. They don't exist. Right. I guess I have some friends. I've been going to a new gym recently within the gym chain that I've been going to, of course, for a while. I've been going to another place where there's a lot of Eastern Europeans, a lot of Russians, a lot of people from Belarus, from Eastern Europe. I met this woman she's from North Macedonia, but she speaks Albanian, which is really interesting. I know a little bit of Albanian too. Përshëndetje, Sie, Mirapofshin, Mir, you know, so on and so forth. But my Albanian is definitely not as strong as my Russian. That's the whole reason why I've been picking up the Russian language, is because there's this older guy, he's like in his 70s, strong as hell, by the way. Well, I don't want to get on his bad side. I'm gonna come clean. Very good at calisthenics. He's definitely pushing weight. We got into a conversation when I started going to that gym, and I started learning Russian with him. Every day he's teaching me something new, and he says, I'm going to test you every successive day on what I've taught you thus far, and if you forget one thing, then I have to buy him something, which is, I'm cheap. Not really, but I don't want to buy him anything. So that's really been helping me with securing my knowledge in Russian. I even know the days of the week too. Понедельник, вторник, среда, четверг, пятница, суббота, воскресенье. Right? I'm telling you, Summer Dead Piso is solid. We're getting there. We just need a little bit more time. Russian will be mine. Oh yes, it will be mine. Intimate relationships, I don't know. No one likes us. And that's really what it is. And that's fine. I haven't really thought about it too much. Yesterday I was doing a live stream, and I was really thinking about that whole searching for something, and I don't know what it is, and I have not found it yet. So I don't know. I've just got that feeling yesterday, and it hit me a little strongly. The thing is, this was after I had like 4 cups of strong Turkish tea. So that stuff, twiddles with my mind a little bit. So maybe that's the one that's the catalyst what accelerated those kind of thoughts. But honestly, I just been feeling this want for something. I've been searching for something. I don't know what it is. I just have this feeling that I want to obtain something, but I have no idea. It's just elusive, really. And I wouldn't even know what I had if I had it. I wouldn't know if I even had it. That's that with the intimate relationships, I guess. There ain't nothing happening really over here. That's been helping out with the semen retention journey. Just in regards to intimate relationships, I've been thinking about it here and there. I went to the Shave Lion Kings. If you guys don't know who he is, Darius. He's been solid semen retention content creator. Follow him. I'm going to put the link at the bottom of the screen. I went to one of his live streams, got the jungle stepping out for me if you like the Lion King, right? I'm going to keep saying that every time I reference Darius, man. But but I went to one of his live streams. He was really talking about the whole idea of this practice is, of course, to ascend, to power yourselves up, to strengthen yourselves, your mind, so on and so forth, your proclivities towards understanding and interpreting some information that otherwise was very, very confusing or obfuscated for you before you were on the practice of saber intention. He also said that eventually you want to try to find that other half, right? That one that complements you and you complement her. She helps you with the disciplines, you help her with her disciplines. She's spiritual, she understands how semen retention works, all that kind of stuff. I just never really thought about that. And I just, to be honest, and when I did, I was like, I don't even think that exists. In response to that, I had a live stream yesterday. I ran into like these blokes from Dagestan, which is crazy. Dagestan is right close to Chechnya, which is in some part of Russia. And I ended up asking him about celibacy and whatnot. And he said that in his religion, which they primarily practice Islam, there's no sex before marriage. Women are supposed to be like untouched and whatnot, and they're supposed to be completely devoted to you. To marry them, right, you have to ask their father. The way that he was explaining it, it was almost as if, it made me open my eyes to the definite possibility that if you have a tribe, if you're on like some sort of frequency vibration of trying to find someone that meshes with you, a woman, there are environments that have those types of people in abundance, right? He was saying like in Dagestan, it's normal for women to just be untouched and just be completely pure. I was like, I thought it was crazy. Even from someone that traveled extensively. They don't drink, they don't smoke, they don't do drugs. It made me open my mind. It's like, if that's in Dagestan, what about Eastern Europe? What about like Lithuania? What about like maybe places in South America where they practice Christianity? It's just very, very interesting, right? So that opened my mind a lot. Also, he gave me, there was like 4 of them from Dagestan. They all look the same with the heavy beards and whatnot. He also hooked me up with Russian money, man. So it sort of inspired this whole want, right, to go further with the whole idea of learning Russian. Right, I've been doing well thus far. I just think that I just have to continue with the same energy. All I have to do is just rest on the bedrock of semen retention. I think eventually I'm going to get there. So I'm not even worried in the slightest. Uvitsimia Zaptra. That means I will see you tomorrow. Look at that. I'm telling you, it's sticking. It's sticking, man, like a symbiote. Anyway, that's intimate and interpersonal relationship. I know I went on a tangent there, but I thought it was very important to bring up. Let's talk about plans for the channel. Let's talk about the channel real fast, right? Semen Piso right now, as of now, I have 4.5K subscribers, 4,500. I think I had that last month, did I? Or maybe like 4,000 or something. I'm not sure. I don't really look at it, but I just looked at it recently, so I decided to just talk about it, right? 4.5K subscribers. I think I could do much better in regards to videos and the type of content, really. But I've been improving that. I think the more I evolve, the more I live my life, I think I find more and more talking points to chat about. Honestly, as well, too, I've learned something very, very important. I was on YouTube a lot. This is going to coincide with the plans for the channel, so bear with me, guys, bear with me. I realized that a lot of people on YouTube are like maybe the majority, are trying to urge people to do something. It's like all of them are like some sort of galvanization to action. They're trying to like boost your morale to do something, or to influence you to do something, to make a move, to have a belief, to hate someone, or to really, really like something, or an aspect of something. And I realized that there are other content creators, like, and they're of course in a minority, that just sort of lives their life. They have like they promote like themselves, really. They get into anything. They discuss politics, they discuss fashion, they discuss whatever they want. And I've always wanted to be that way. And in the latter part of last year and the beginning of this year, I sort of fell into the whole transition towards that content. But before, I was just really like, yo, man, do this. You gotta believe that things are black and white, and that's just the way it is. And I don't know, man, it's just that this journey has been a lot. I've been learning a whole lot about what I need to be doing as a content creator. Granted, we're still gonna talk about semen retention. Semen retention is important. And I think it's because I've been on the practice for so long that I was able to even reach a level to even ponder about content creation like this. So I'm just gonna be doing whatever the hell I want, which I've been doing anyway. So I guess that's just unchanged. I just wasted 3 minutes discussing that. Also, man, we're gonna be doing live streams on the weekends from Fridays to Sundays. Live streams have been fire. We've been getting a lot of subscribers. We've been getting a lot of donations. We've been getting a lot of people joining up, which is cool because it reinforces this belief that I'm very, very multifaceted. It'll be completely idiotic if I reduce myself to one aspect of expressing myself via the internet. The live streams have been doing really well. I'm very, very social. A lot of my knowledge of geopolitics can come in handy. Why not do it all? If I could do it, do it. What the heck, right? Also, I've been doing Somber Reacts. Guys, I know you've been enjoying that. Obviously, they can get a little bit more views. I'm working on that because I have the habit of talking too much, right? Explaining way too much. Like, for example, there's a video where I was, Somber Reacts, of course, check it out. It's like a 4-minute and 30-second video about some guy talking about how Great Britain isn't great anymore. And my reaction to it was 30 minutes long. That's crazy. I think I really need to reel it in. And that comes with time. I think the more you concentrate on something, the more you're going to be able to refine your craft and your ability to express that thing. The Peruse the News is going to come back. Don't worry, I have a lot of Peruse the News videos. I just haven't been editing them, so that's gonna come forth. Also, guys, I don't know if I promoted this before, but we have the Patreon website up and running. We got 9 members already. I think that's wild. I think that it's a testament again to my very magnanimous, omnipotent, right, nature and ability of just being able to communicate with people of varying levels. Guys, join the Patreon. On the Patreon, we have a lot of exclusive content, videos, posts, interviews, so on and so forth. I've been doing a weekly newsletter where I talk about various topics. That's the free aspect of the Patreon. It doesn't cost anything to sign up to read the newsletter. So join, Patreon and then check out the newsletter. I think it's really cool. The link is gonna be in the description below just to reel it in. Of course, we're gonna get back to the initial chapter, right, which is talking about the plans for the channel. But honestly, it's about not blaming the external forces for the situation that I'm in, because we're never actually gonna rise. And that's like a very victim-like mentality, which I sort of give scorn to people about, that I'm even harboring. So I gotta be, I gotta walk the walk. I don't wanna be a pot calling the kettle black, so to speak. And also not limiting myself to whatever I believe I could do. I'm gonna also add more exclusive content to the Patreon this month, so bear with me, guys. And if you guys wanna see it, of course, sign up. The link is gonna be in the description below. I think that's all. I think we covered everything that we needed to cover in this episode of Piso's Perceptions, the Piso. Woo! Right? Don't ever let this place get you down, guys. This is just the world as it is, right? I don't think it's ever going to change really at its fundamental atomic root, right? There will always be a duality, right? Good and evil. Maybe there's, on one age, there's gonna be a prevalence of good, another age, prevalence of evil, right? Star Wars sort of taught us this, or showed us this, George Lucas. Because whatever Star Wars has become now is just a freaking crap show. But like I said, there's a duality exists in everything, and you can choose what you want your body to be a vessel of, what you could channel. I choose to be good. I choose to be solid. I choose to be disciplined. I choose not to be licentious. I choose not to seek entertainment short term at the expense of long-term growth, long-term fortification, long-term refinement. That's how I've been seeing things, and I think that's been being more and more reinforced the longer I'm on this practice of semen retention and just living life, honestly. So what are you gonna choose, right? You guys gotta choose something. But anyway, don't let this place get you down and stay radiant. I'm gonna see you guys in the next Piso's Perceptions. Woo!